I've got a lovely recipe to show you, and it's a baked camembert with glazed oatcakes. For this recipe, I'm using the organic porridge oats from Flahavans. It's very easy to make. I have the camembert ready here, which I've studded with some garlic, thyme, and just made little incisions. And then what I did put on top of the camembert is crab apple jelly. We're going to bake this off at 200 degrees for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to place this into the oven. So while that's in the oven, I'm going to make the oatcakes. Very, very simple. Get my bowl, and I'm using the organic porridge oats from Flahavans. I'm going to sprinkle these into the bowl. Now the next thing I'm going to put in is some lard. So just cube it, have it at room temperature, and that's just going to go in on top of the oats. So next, some plain flour. Sprinkle this all over. And then some water. So I may need to add a little bit more water, we'll just see. Put your hands in there and just mix this all together. So don't be tempted to put too much water in, you can always do it in stages. Right, that looks good. Just mix it all together. And what we're going to do now is just take this out. I'm going to put a little bit of flour just onto the work surface. So now you just knead this, bringing it all together, then you just press it with your hands. I always like to put a little bit of flour just on the rolling pin and then start to roll out. So you can see the lovely Flahavans oats just coming out through it. And then just gently lift this up. So you're using the rolling pin just to help and support, and then turn it around. So this is cooked in a dry pan because of the lard. Just using a plain cutter, and we're going to cut these out. So you can cut any shape or size that you want. And then just very carefully lift them off. So if you have your pan preheated, just on a low jet, and then that'll speed up the process. So when your pan's nice and hot, you have these already cut out, you put them onto the pan, and you hear that sizzle. Don't pile them on top, spread them out. That's why I'm using a nice big pan for this. Of course, I've used lard, but if you don't have any, you can use butter, which works really well too. So what I'm going to do now at the top of them is just brush them with a little bit of egg wash. So 1 egg, a little bit of milk. And this is going to give a lovely crust to the oatcake. Keep the pan nice and low, because first of all you want to cook out the oats in the mixture, but also you want them lovely and golden brown. So I'm going to flip them over. Just be careful. You want them nice and golden brown. They look beautiful. And they've set, which is perfect, kept their shape. And when these cool down, they're going to be lovely and crunchy. That's exactly what I want. So just on a cooling rack, lift them up. How good do they look? What I'm going to do, I'm going to let them cool slightly. I'm going to grab my camembert from the oven, which should be ready by now. Wow. You can see it. It's kept its shape, but it's wobbly in the center. Look at that. Just using the fish slice again. And I love the fact that the garlic has got a lovely little bit of caramelization, and the thyme has just given it so much flavour. So all I do is just simply pile these on. So that's my baked camembert with glazed oatcakes, made with Flahavans organic porridge oats.